Tipping fatigue is becoming more evident for the service industry. According to a company called Toast, tips have gone down as much as 30% this year.
As Michelle Lee reports, tipflation is part of the issue, but knowing when to tip could help yourself and others make ends meet.
It seems like we're being asked at every opportunity to tip these days, causing consumer burnout and something also known as tipflation.
I also think that COVID changed everything.
How so?
I think that during COVID, we were really trying to take care of people in those jobs that were taking care of us so that we could pick up carry out and we could go to restaurants, people that were working when other people had the ability to stay home. And so I think we really elevated our tipping amounts. And what we have found is people are like, how do I dial that back? The economy's different, right? Jobs are different, pay is different, right? Everything has gotten more expensive. So how do we do that without being disrespectful or not taking care of the people who serve us?
Melanie Broyles is the area's long-standing etiquette expert, the founder of Etiquette St. Louis, and she knows how much to tip.
I would say that I am generally a 20% tipper. I think 15% is still okay.
More importantly, she knows when to tip.
But what about like if you're just gonna go pick up a coffee? Do you tip?
So this is the question of the year, really. This has been such a conversation this year. You do not have to feel like you must tip in a drive-through or a walk-up counter, or especially someplace where they're just handing you an empty cup and you're going to get your own drink.
In fact, Melanie says there's etiquette for just about everything. For example, car valet could be $3, $5, or even $10, depending on how far the workers have to park your car. Hotel cleaning depends on the length of your stay and also how messy you are, $5 to $20. Food delivery, that could be 10 to 20% depending on the size of the order. But if you use a drive-up service, don't feel pressure to tip.
Those are not tipping situations. You would never tip an employee at Target for bringing something out of the back room. And so that's really what they're doing. They're bringing a bag to your car in those circumstances. That's their job for the day.
So while tipping can be discretionary, remember, in the U.S., it is also part of someone's compensation.
Sometimes people will say, I had bad service, so I'm going to leave a small tip or just $1 or something to make a point. And I never encourage you to do that. Poor service, a long wait time might not be your server's fault. It might be the kitchen. It might be someone else. And so I always say, leave the standard tip.
For Making Ends Meet, Michelle Lee, 5 on your side.